Hejsa. So I finished this triangles quilt top. And I think it turned out okay. There are some areas maybe that I'm not loving as much as others. Now that I'm looking through it, or looking at it through the camera, I can see like right there, I don't know, maybe it should have had a magenta triangle just there. But never mind, it is what it is. What I did try to avoid is, I don't know if you can see it there, having too many where the same color was going in the same direction. So there I've got 3 in a row, and I've got the same, actually it's 4 over here. Anyway, I tried to avoid that sort of thing, but obviously I didn't manage it well enough, and these blue ones are also the same, and those blue ones. But never mind, it is what it is. So I haven't quite decided how I'm actually going to quilt it. I was thinking of just doing, so let me just get straight on it. So straight lines through the triangles. But I'm not sure that will work. Or I could do them diagonally. Maybe that would work. What do you think? Anyway, the quilting is some ways off because I don't know what to put on the back of the quilt. I'm hoping I can find an old duvet cover or a sheet or something so that this quilt is made, apart from the wadding or batting, entirely from repurposed textile. So most of what is used in the quilt are made from old tops I had made a few years ago but no longer wear, plus a skirt I no longer wear. With a few, like that white one and that one. Yeah, and a few extras just to add a little bit of contrast. So it'd be nice if the backing was repurposed as well, and I don't have to buy something new. So I'll have to have a look through what I have in my stash or in the linen cupboard that may need to be replaced anyway. On a couple of the tops I made, I had added some decoration. Actually on 3 or 4 tops I had added some embroidery, but on one of them I had also added some block printing that I carved. I think there was another one close by. Let's pull this over. So here you can see that block print with the embroidery. I quite like how just little corners of that pops up in some of the blocks. Right, so I just found the book that where the pattern is that I'm making this quilt from. It's Wise Craft Quilts by Blair Stocker. So I just wanted to check how she... So in the book it's just called Taupe, which I guess is fitting for the colors that she used. But I just wanted to see how she had quilted it, and it looks like it's just done with very large flower motifs. And I don't know, maybe some quilt in the ditch, I'm not sure. doesn't really show in the picture very well. I don't know if you can even see it. But there's a flower there. Oh no, there's a close-up picture, so there's a flower and then some sort of all over random quilting. I'm not going to do that because that I don't think would even be possible with my sewing machine. Maybe if I had a long arm, but I don't. So I'll have to think about how I quilt it. I think it has to be some kind of straight line thing, so maybe going through that way and then going through that way. We'll see. But that might be a nice way to do it, so that there's a grid but it's following the lines in the quilt, and also it sort of breaks up the triangles. I don't know. What do you think? How would you quilt this quilt? So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the quilt or if I'm going to give it to someone. The colors are slightly more subtle than what I would make if I was making a quilt for myself. And I'm actually kind of surprised that these are colors that I wanted to wear, because these days that is not at all the colors that I wear. I wear something more like this. Nice bright pink colors. It's quite a difference to these fabrics. So yeah, I'll have to see, and I guess I'll report back once I have finished this. I also need to think about the binding. I don't think I've got enough of any of these fabrics that I can use that for the binding. So maybe whatever I end up using for the backing, that will also be the binding. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, whatever you're making.